amount of security that it's added to the players. You know, again, you were part of the early stages of the league. You continue to be a part of it. We see now how cricketers from around the world or sports people from around the world, thanks to the leagues, are becoming household names everywhere. Because it's not just the cream. You're also looking at the second rung or the third rung cricketers that are coming in. So just right at the onset, before we talk about how we need to make leagues more and more immersive, from a player point of view, was it easy to subscribe to the idea from being an international cricketer to then getting into leagues, playing for local states in other countries? How has it changed our sporting ecosystem?
Namaskar, everyone. Lovely to have your company.
That resonated.
See, I was kind of a villain, aggressive batsman I was introduced to as today. And so it was about coming into a territory which was kind of a breach in many ways. So I had to hear all of my demonic activities when I first entered the environment. And we don't use this word anywhere near enough when it comes to sport. It was great fun. Fun. It's a non-transactional action that kind of sets your mind dreaming of the possibility of doing something really special. If it's fun, you never ever find a struggle in it. If it's laborious, or you're pushed, or it's managed, you know, these are words that are a corporation type word that doesn't lead to the inspiration or aspiration of just simply playing sport. Miss Dunny, when I was about 4 years old, and I lived on a 10-acre house block, there was a pool in our house. My father was a peanut farmer. My mother was a speech and drama teacher. She had a letters in music. But she was a great athlete. She played basketball for her state. Very tall lady. Great physique and movement. And I used to love playing ping pong. I had one brother, and ping pong, just because it was there, was a possibility for us. But what was possible about it, firstly, was the fact that it was a competitive sport. I mean, if any one of you have played ping pong, in those 21 points that you have to win, there are moments where you have to be right on song. Anyway, I got to a point where I was playing my mum, who was a great ping pong player, and I started to, as I got older, get much better than her. So I decided then to play the opposite hand. So I started playing the left hand, and she refused to play me left hand because she thought, oh, this is not right. So, you know, the word fun, I hope I've made my point well there. And when it comes to the innovations within the sport, we are greatly resistant to it. I'll never forget the conversation that I had with MS Dhoni before I went out to play for the against Delhi Capitals up in the north. And he said, I will give you anything that you want in life, not to use the mongoose bat. You see, the mongoose bat for me wasn't just about a marketing plan. It was around creating a vision that hadn't been done before. Something that as athletes, as administrators, or commissioners of the game, and as broadcasters, we want to see it, but we're resistant to seeing it. Even just more recently, now, you know, the umpire's making a very optical thing to measure bats. Yes, there's a fairness of the sport which has to be there. There has to be that integrity element, but there has to be innovation, because that again leads to fun. It leads to dreaming of the importance of being able to embrace a newness, a freshness. When you look at the golf club, for example, I don't know if you've ever got out your first golf club or your first tennis racket. Your first tennis racket was like pure wood. It actually had catgut strings, and you'd hit the ball and it wouldn't come off. Now you've got graphite, and the heads are bigger than my head. The innovation is there. So cricket, I feel, has got actually a very long way to go. And it's also, you know, when it comes back to that first IPL tournament, it was just so important that the game shifted in dimension. It was so ready to do it. I mean, one day cricket was such a beautiful thing for 2 decades. And then when T20 cricket came along, it was such a beautiful thing now for 2 decades. So again, where is the next vision coming from the game?